Hello, my beautiful, sweet, cozy gaming besties. I've honestly missed you guys so much, and I'm so excited to be filming today's video because I just feel like yapping, but specifically yapping about my favorite cozy games. Games that got me back into gaming. Now that makes it sound like I gave up gaming at some point. I've been gaming since literally I was 3 years old, so this is nothing new to me, but I've definitely had some ebbs and flows where I really want to pick up a game, but nothing is inspiring me. And I guess you could call it a bit of a gaming rut. So I thought today it would be fun to share with you some games that I just feel are very unputdownable, and ones that if I don't know what to play, if I'm feeling a bit uninspired, I pick these games up and I just always have a good time. So if you clicked on this video and you're currently in one of those phases and you don't know what to play, nothing sounds good, I hope that these game suggestions help you out a little bit. Maybe you forgot about them, maybe you've never played them, help you fall in love with gaming again, and make gaming part of your everyday routine. Because, say it with me, gaming is good for your mental health. It really is. It's also a form of self-care, and you deserve to have that time in your day to unwind, to relax, and reset. So enough yapping from me, let's get into the games. We're gonna focus on my top 5. We're just gonna get one of the most obvious ones out of the way because I'm sure you've heard this title time and time again, but usually there's a reason for that because it's such a beloved game. Thankfully, it's actually coming out with a brand new update, which nobody expected, and that is Animal Crossing New Horizons. I know, stereotypical, right? But it is a game for me that I'm always playing, that I'm always picking up. When I cannot make a decision, this is the game that I reach for. I personally love Animal Crossing New Horizons because I can also listen to an audiobook at the same time. So when I am in a decision paralysis mode where I can't decide if I even want to game or if I want to read instead, I can do the best of both worlds at the same time. There is some dialogue, but it's not going to be overwhelming, of course. It's just a fun game where you gather a bunch of things, you kind of do mundane tasks. I won't go on and on about this one because you probably already own it, but if you don't own it and you don't play it, please get this game. It's an essential for the Nintendo Switch. And if you recently got a Switch 2, the new update is going to be optimized for the Switch 2, which is really exciting for me. It's going to run better, have better graphics, etc., etc. I'm not going to get into the details of the updates in this video, but let me know if you'd like a full in-depth video about the new Animal Crossing update because I'm happy to make one. Moving on to a game that is personally one of my absolute favorite games of this year. If you follow me on TikTok, you've probably heard me yap about it before, and that game is Split Fiction. This is actually a co-op game, so if you're looking for a game to play with your best friend, your partner, this is going to be the perfect one for you guys to dive into. This game is from the makers of It Takes Two. If you haven't played that, play that one first and then play this one. You won't regret it. But personally, if I had to pick a favorite between the two games, I would say Split Fiction takes the cake. I think I just personally relate to this game more because there are 2 female protagonists, which sadly enough is a bit of a rare occurrence these days. And honestly, just that female representation is really nice to see, especially in video games. And what I also love is just the setting of the game itself. We follow the story of 2 authors. One is a fantasy author and one is a sci-fi author, and we actually get trapped within their stories. I just loved the medieval settings and the dragons. It was just everything I could have asked for in a video game. The science sections were really cool too. It's one of those games that I wish I could erase my memory and play it all over again for the first time because it's just one of those games that literally changed my life and really set the bar high for co-op games. This company just does co-op games like no other. I personally think that this one is replayable, especially if you switch roles with your friend, your partner, and get to experience it from the other point of view because each character kind of has certain things that they have to do without the other. All of that to say, it's definitely a replayable game and definitely worth your money. Now for more of a Switch specific game, because it actually is a Nintendo exclusive, a game I'll pick up when I don't know what else to play is literally any Mario Party game. But for the sake of this video, I'm gonna recommend my favorite, which is Super Mario Party Jamboree. I'm gonna be the devil's advocate here and say you do not need a group of people to play Mario Party and have fun. As somebody who grew up as the only gamer in the house, I probably played 99% of my Mario Party rounds solo. I think it's a perfect game to pick up and play because it's not an adventure game. You can set how long you want to play, whether you want the game to last 30 minutes, 45 minutes, and then some. And And listen, there's nothing like a good mini game, am I right? Such a fun game, so many boards. I just think that every Switch gamer needs a Mario Party game in their collection. So if you don't have one yet, let Mario Party Jamboree be the one. Going along with the Mario theme and keeping with the Nintendo Switch, specifically the Nintendo Switch 2, is Mario Kart World. Ever since this game came out in June, it has consumed my life. That's saying a lot because I've never been the ultimate fan of Mario Kart. Like, it's always been okay. I have Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. It's a really fun game, but it's one of those games that I'll just like pick up, put down, and then forget about. But not Mario Kart World, no. No, not that one. I love this game. Yes, it has a hefty price, okay? A lot of people have complained about that, but unfortunately that just seems to be a trend with the new Nintendo exclusives coming out to the Switch 2. But I will say, I do think you get your money's worth with this one, especially in the different racing modes. The Knockout Tour specifically is my all-time favorite way of racing, and it's unique to this game specifically. Instead of doing one race at a time, usually there's 4 races in a tournament, you actually get to do all 4 courses at once. Like, they all kind of mesh into one another. And the trick to this style of racing is that you have to reach a certain position to be able to get into the next round. I also think that these are the best racing tracks of any Mario Kart game. They're bright, colorful, there's different little tricks to them, different ways to get through them faster, and the power-ups are just insane and so much fun. I think that this one personally is such a great way to kind of reset, get back into gaming. Just like Mario Party, you can kind of choose how long you want to play for. Maybe it's a little palate cleanser where you play one knockout tour and then go into another game. Or maybe, like me, you'll end up racing for an entire afternoon. It's personally just a must-have. I can't recommend it enough. Keeping in the theme of racing games, because I just think that they're the best palate cleansers and the perfect way to reset. And it's one of those styles of games that if you only have 5-10 minutes to play, you can easily do a race within that time. And I think with this suggestion, it's going to make y'all really happy because it's actually a free game, and that is Disney's Speedstorm. You definitely don't have to spend money to level up your characters or to get certain power-ups to win races or to move along. You definitely can still win races without doing that. What I really love about this game is that every single race has a list of goals that you need to achieve. So some of them might be, for example, win first place, win in the top 3, or use a certain power-up for a certain amount of time. I'm a very goal-oriented person, so for me, this just like scratches an itch whenever I get to check all 3 boxes. I find a lot of times in racing games, there's something lacking. So this game just really works for me because I love moving on to the next stage. Also fun to play multiplayer. You can play online. It's really great. And this game is available across pretty much every platform from Xbox to Switch to PS5, you name it, Disney Speedstorm is on it. And last, but certainly not least, one of my personal favorite games. If you followed me on TikTok, you know what I'm gonna say. Cult of the Lamb. Yep, I will never stop hyping up this game, okay? It's just one of my personal favorites of all time. I love that this game has a co-op option, but you don't have to start the game as a co-op save. Like, you can play on your own, you can play solo, and then if your friend decides to come over and visit and they want to hop in and have a good time too, they can just hop into the game wherever you're at, which I think is really unique because there's not a lot of games that are like that. It always sounds bad when I describe the synopsis of this one, but what can you do? This is a game where you actually get to run your own cult. Yeah, you heard that right. It definitely has some dark humor in it, okay? There are some culty rituals. Sometimes you have to decide the fate of your cult followers, and sometimes it just doesn't end well for them. But you gotta think of the greater good of your community. There's also a dungeon crawler aspect to this game, which I think keeps it really fun. You have to kind of go out, do some dungeon crawling to get certain items, then bring back to your home base. There's a lot of elements in this game that I think are just really well thought out. And I just have a really good time, honestly, deciding the fate of my followers. This game also goes on sale quite often, so definitely keep an eye out. And it's available pretty much across every single platform. I personally play it on PS5. It runs great, never any issues. It's a game that I will never stop hyping up. Well, my friends, I hope that this inspired you to pick up your Switch that's maybe collecting some dust, or your PS5 controller that hasn't been touched in a few months, or maybe boot up that Xbox that you got for Christmas last year that you haven't touched since. Yeah, I appreciate you guys. Thanks so much for following along. If you haven't yet, be sure to subscribe, because of course, as always, there's lots of fun, cozy content coming soon. And until then, stay safe, stay cozy, and we'll see you next time. Bye, my friends.